Hello, testing. Hello, testing. Hello, testing. Hello, testing. Hello. 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 Why am I getting an echo? Why am I getting an echo? Oh.
After early access, players had a very easier time leveling up, making leveling harder and making changes. Wait, what? As players have jumped into the war within and begun leveling up, we've seen data and heard a great deal of feedback that players coming into Kaz Algar with in-game Dragonflight gear were extremely powerful relative to the initial content. It's entirely intended that effort put into gearing translates into a significant combat advantage at the start of a new expansion. But the values we've seen are extreme, often not even allowing for time for normal combat rotations. This disparity also caused mixed level groups to experience skewed results, with lower level players contributing drastically more than level 80s. Tomorrow, on Wednesday, the 28th, we're going to apply hotfixes in the game to address this. The hotfixes will be adjusting the scaling of the enemies of the war within to increase the power level of lower level enemies, bringing the duration of combat more in line with expected WoW behavior. These changes will be most noticeable at 70 and will have a reduced impact as your level increases. Enemies at 80 and above will be unchanged. Thank you. Gentlemen, this is what they get for not buying early access. It's what they deserve. That's right. Yeah, that's what they deserve. It's tax the poor. This is a poor tax. You obviously couldn't even play the game, and now that you can, it's harder. This is sounding a lot more like real life every day. I wonder if you can just buy money in this game like you can in real life. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Wow. Let's read some comments. Did people complain the mobs are dying too fast? Is this a thing? Of course they did. Because you have to understand that this is a problem that's identified by a developer at Blizzard who, I think the reason why they're identifying this problem is because they can't fix the scaling. Who is this a problem for? 6 people? Who cares? Why is this something that needs to be solved? Also, by the way, when I was back in, like, look, let me see if, let me think, what expansion did I level on stream? Asmon Gold, BFA leveling. So, gets the best weapon, journey to max level in Shadowlands. Okay, let's look at how I'm playing in Shadowlands, okay? Oh, is this a dungeon? Yeah, we're just totally farming everything. It's not even a big deal. Grouping everything up. This is in a dungeon as well. We're not even looking at anything. Immediately level 54. Okay, now we've got a boss fight here at level 53. Oh, here we go. He's dying, like, instant fucking taneously. I pop my cooldowns. He's dead. Look at that. It's just like, what are we talking about here? Like, I'm killing these mobs like it's nothing. This was in Shadowlands. I'm not even losing health. Where's Dragonflight? It's like we're fighting a level 79 elite, just like we were. Me and McConnell right here, just like we did back 2 days ago. Look at this. Big dicking a 79 elite, and we are level, like, what? 73, 72, or something like that? Look at this. It's not even close. So yeah, everything, no, we're level 60. We're 60 and we just killed a 70 elite. It was nothing. Look at McConnell. This is us fighting an elite. He's dead in like seconds. Let's get to another AoE pool. Oh, there's 3 mobs here. Level 61. Look at this. They're getting annihilated. My health didn't even go below, I'm prot. Look at this. This thing's dying in like literal seconds. Look at dungeon runs. Here we go. This is at level 70. Connell's dead. That's the way she goes. It's okay. This is fine. Just run back whenever you guys are ready. I really wish we could get a damage buff, because like it takes so... This is on Mythic or Heroic or something. It's not like this is on normal mode either. Long to soul the instance. It would just save a lot of time. I don't have to sit here like killing these mobs forever. It's fucking annoying. You guys see what I mean? It's like it just takes so long to... So, let's see if we can find another one. Where's another expansion? Oh, here we go. Here we go. This was Dragonflight, guys. So look at this idiot here. Look at this pathetic idiot. Barely killing one group of mobs. Let me show him how it's done, okay? Look at that scaly loser. Hey, wait a second. He's taking my mobs. There we go. We got him. Okay. Push them all back out of my Ravager. Thank you so much. I'm not even losing health. I really appreciate that. I didn't even lose any health. And that's just how it's done. And let's see what our loot is. I can't loot. I didn't even lose any health. Asmongold begins leveling in Wrath of the Lich King. Yes. Here we go. This is the best spec in the game. Yeah, and you guys are seeing why. Yep, just totally normal gameplay here. Unbelievable. Like, this is actually the way that people think. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Utgard Keep. What we're hoping to do, this is my plan. This is us doing Utgard Keep. Here we go. Not experience. I'll have enough. Know what I thought people here. This is the first dungeon. Look at that. Wrath of the Lich King. Look at the damage. We're basically soloing it. A literal god at work. See that? What are we talking about? This was never a problem. Like, it's so funny to me that Blizzard is fixing this. Because I just want to show you guys that leveling has always been a joke. It's been a joke since classic WoW. And really since Wrath. Like, Burning Crusade leveling was still kind of hard. Unless you were a Warlock, which then it wasn't. But if you were a normal class, leveling was a joke in Wrath. It was a joke in Kata. It was a joke in Mists. It was a joke in every other expansion. What are we talking about? Leveling needs to be changed. All they're doing, listen, this is what they're doing. They're stomping on the dick of the poor people who couldn't afford to buy the game early. That's what it is. They're dick stomping, and they want you to like it. That's right. The Chromie thing is stupid. Doesn't matter. It's stupid. That was easy. Foam was detected. It was nerfed successfully. Yes, this is kind of pointless. Who cares? I prefer not to hit like a limp noodle at 80 if we can make this a thing, please. I feel great at 80. I don't know. Shout out to everyone that hit 80 and won't have to deal with these changes. Fellas, we made it. Real value of early access. Early and often, as they say. They sure do. Another W for early access who had it easy, I guess. Are the WoW players trying to talk about this? Because, like, the WoW Reddit has been conditioned to be, I think that they've been successfully conditioned to be shit-eaters. They have been, and they've been very good and very obedient shit-eaters for a while. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what's going to happen here. So let's see what they're going to say. He gives me this vibe. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to do. She not even hot, bro. She not even hot. Like, she just another crazy bitch. Like, let's be honest. Like, this is... Yeah, what do you mean? Like, she is? Yeah, but she could be way hotter. Like, she alright. She alright. Like, that's it. She looks worse now? Yeah. I'm just gonna say it's in a vacuum. I would really support this. However, this time to make the change was actually a week ago. There's absolutely asinine to slow things down. I think it's so funny that people that bought early access is over, so let's make everything harder for the poor people. Gotta put my top hat on as monocle. That's what we should do. We should make a 40-man raid and go to the level 73s that are trying to quest and tell them, like, hey, you need to level faster. They're going to make leveling faster. We should do that. That'd be a really, really good idea. Let's go farm some cores. I think so. That's actually so smart. I want to do that later on. That's poor planning. It is. Yeah, good one. I like that. And, yeah, scale their mobs. No, we'll just stand around them and watch them. And we'll be like, man, you sure do like killing these guys really fast, don't you? Well, it won't be the case tomorrow. It's going to be harder because you're poor. Just like real life, loser. Man, it must suck to not have any money. And we're all like, but you have to have a top hat, and you have to have like the same mount. Check my DM for my credit. Right now I'm doing this. I'll look later. Really dumb move by Blizzard. All my guildmates got early access, already have our alts to 80, and they're doing this to hurt people who didn't buy early access. Exactly. They're doing it on purpose to make people give them more money. That's right. So now, next time that Blizzard brings out an expansion, all of you poor people that didn't buy the expansion on early access, now you've learned your lesson. Yeah. You learned your lesson, and hopefully you've learned the error of your ways. Yeah, better start saving up now. Yeah, it's time to take out loans. Exactly. Isn't it only 10% really worth getting upset about? No, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just funny that it's happening.
Wow. No shot. Oh my god.
I just need one more input, so I just need to throw more card in there. Why not use an HDMI splitter of your total camera for the call-ins and a capture card on the laptop? I am using a capture card on the laptop. That's how I'm saying the HDMI signal to the laptop. 4080 works too. You don't need performance. Maybe, Can you explain what the output to the laptop is? It sends the output to this laptop sends this camera feed to the laptop so that when we have Discord calls, whoever we're talking to on Discord can see that middle camera feed. Just use an HDMI splitter on the camera, so you don't need to send the HDMI back and forth. Yeah, I thought about it. I could split this signal. I feel like, do HDMI splitters have to be powered? Like, I think you need an active splitter for that, don't you? Which is kind of annoying.
My jute's disappearing. Oh.
Might be
my
simpler.
God. Lost
Because
like
if I'm splitting
2 or
the signal
3.
in a couple areas, I don't have to worry about transmitting as much with this computer.
That was dumb.
Maybe that would be best, actually. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this? Quadro card. 8 outputs? Is this even a good card? NVS 810. Okay, I would just have to make sure that I'm powering. We can do that. Okay. Alright, I'll figure this out. No, wait. Nope, never mind. Hold on. Wait, I can split one signal. I can't split the signal recording outside because I don't want to just send it back to this monitor. I do need to take it into the computer because I want to be able to overlay stuff. No, hold on. No. I need to get it into the computer. No, that would still be good. I would split it. Why don't you use the Blackmagic A10 Mini for all the cameras? We had one before. Oh, maybe I could work it now, actually, if I tried to set it up again. I'm not sure. Whatever we were using before didn't work. I like being able to take it all into the computer because I can do everything off of OBS. I don't know if I need an A10 for anything. Okay, all right, that's good. Okay. Okay. Pennsylvania voter fraud stuff. This is the first thing we're doing. Okay. NDI is still ideal for ingest. It allows far more predictability for referees on the tools. SDI session to write inputs are locked in and not very dynamic. I don't know why I would want it. I think running everything via cable is fine. NDI is cabling, but yeah, I get it. Isn't the whole point of NDI is to do it on the internet?
Gentlemen, today the raid that we will be doing is Blackwing Descent. Okay? I need champions for this raid. We are doing 25-man. Starting the group. Cataclysm raids. It doesn't show what the raid is. Classic raids. Molten Core. Asmon Gold. Blackwing Descent. Normal. Let's go. Minimum item level is going to be 340. Realistically, I'm going to keep adding people that have even better item level than that. This is my first raid that I've done on stream in probably 6 months. All right, we got at least some people here. We've already got 7, and we need 2 tanks. Normal is infinitely easier than heroic. You'll be able to, and we'll see what happens. I'm worried about it, man. I'm still afraid. 347. This guy's pretty good. Palash, Decoria, absolutely. It's not even a question. 350. We're gonna get this healer in here. We need tanks. Jogir wants to come. Great. Well, we're gonna have to 24-man it then. Okay, we've got a Blood Death Knight.
Come to a rest.
15-year-old gamer, you're scared that McConnell wants to come. I'll invite him. I assume he's busy or he's probably going to go with Grayson, so Grayson will reserve all the gear for him. But if McConnell wants to come, I'll invite him. Let's get everybody inside, and we're going to fill our last 2 slots inside. Wait, we don't have a Warlock. Where the fuck is our Where's the fucking Warlocks? Okay, we randomly got taken out of the group finder. We're queued for too many instances? What? I need a Warlock. And I can't queue into the group finder? What? I'm gonna go ahead and log out and back in. Hopefully that'll fix it. Have you watched State of Play? Yeah, I did. I watched it live. It was crazy whenever they announced Bloodborne. Like, bro, everybody was like, wow, they really did it. I can't believe it. I didn't think they would do it. Custom. I'm just gonna do custom, guys. Just join in custom. I'm queued. Okay, so I literally can't even. Okay. All right, so I can't use the group finder anymore. We need a Warlock. Is there really, like, who? 85 Warlock. Fuck, they're already all in raids. All right, we need a Warlock. We're in Dungeons and Raids Custom. We're looking for 1 Warlock. Are you telling me that on the day of the raid release, not a single person is a Warlock that wants to join? This is the biggest server for Kata. We don't have 1 Warlock. That's a fucking mage. You're a fucking mage. Why did you... You're a fucking mage. What are you doing logging on as a fucking mage? We need a Warlock. I didn't say a fucking mage. If we had a mage, if we needed a mage, I'd say we need a mage. But you're not. It's a fucking Warlock. I'll invite you if I can get somebody else, okay? This is W. Aragorn. It's the dumbest fucking name I've ever heard. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you. Dark Nebula. What? Okay. We have our Warlock. Do you want to know why Cataclysm killed the game? The reason why Kata killed WoW is because it's hard. Do you expect somebody to be able to hit the buttons on their keyboard? If the answer to that question is yes, then you've already failed. This is classic. I probably killed Heroic Lich King whenever you were in elementary school. Shut the fuck up. Oh, and whenever I killed it, I was raid leading, by the way. And top DPS. Kata was lazy. I thought Cataclysm was great. I was a big fan of Kata for a lot of reasons, but Cataclysm is not classic WoW. This is... Where is the entrance of the raid? I'm gonna come get you. Just wait a minute. We're gonna come get you. Okay. Is that him? You're taking him up? Okay, great. Hide now. Okay, he sees Palash. Good. All right, I think that, yeah. Okay. And the raid's right over there. You want to go inside? Yep. Okay, thank God. Oh, let's go back in. All right. Okay, so 3 people just left the raid. Okay, we had 2 tanks leave the raid. We need 2 more tanks. Dark Nebula, time to do the only thing that I invited you here to do. Put down a summoning stone. No, don't backpedal. Just put down a summoning stone. He says, what's that? Okay. No, he found it. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Master Looter, and Loy is being promoted to the Master Looter. Gear check? I've already gear checked everybody. I looked at their item level was high enough, that's enough. Let's get everybody summoned inside. Now guys, I want to talk about this just for a minute. Everybody here should know what they're doing. You don't need to be a wizard, but you just need to be decent. Okay? Just follow the fucking mechanics. Download DBM. Do what you need to do. Is there anybody who's confused? Anybody who doesn't know what to do? I'm scared. We've got everybody in the raid. Let's get our buffs, guys. Let's get our buffs. Come on. Let's do it. Get our food buffs. We're gonna do Magma first, okay? Guys, this isn't Season of Discovery, where you have to discover one mechanic. There's actually 3 mechanics on a lot of these fights. This is going to be really stressful, I know, for a lot of people. Try to keep up. Try to pay attention. Do what you need to do, okay? We don't need to have mistakes happen. I believe in you guys. We only invited we only invited real gamers into this raid. And by real gamers, I mean all of the people that were here. Anybody who queued up has been invited. Okay. Let's move up to Magma. Okay. We're gonna pull the first guy, and we're gonna pull him back. Okay, guys? We're gonna pull him. We're gonna pull him back. So wait for him to come back, and then we pull him. Now you want to pull him here, like this. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to turn him away from the raid and attack him. Overhead smash. What's that gonna do? That's a big frontal cleave. You guys see that? That means you don't want to be in front of the boss. Chains, heal the chains. You can probably give them freedom to clear those chains. If I remember right, these mobs need to be separated from each other. So tank them on top of each other and we'll just kill them. Well, let's cleave them down. Pull them back to here. Don't move in. Okay, you guys are gonna do that. That's fine. Okay, separate the mobs. Separate them. Separate them. Separate them before everybody dies. Don't be standing in front of the mobs that are doing the cleave. Separate them. If you die, run back. You guys are doing great. I'm really proud of you. We've only lost 10 people. That's pretty good. Just get away from those. Good job.
Runescape.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing alright. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Had a long fucking day.
Work from work?
Yeah, just a long day at work, that was all. This could be very bad. Please take them, thank you. Okay.
Did you end up getting a fishing rod?
Today, no, I end up, just work went on a little longer and things got a little crazy, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I gotta return some shit too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But, yeah, when I do, I'm probably, are you working tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Friday. I have a half day tomorrow.
Okay, maybe you'll be done by the time I go on to Lindsay. I'm probably gonna call you randomly just to ask you what's your opinion on whatever rods I'm finding at the Canadian Tire.
Sure.
Bro, I know nothing about fishing, but
Do you
I
know,
want to
like,
catch
what
something.
kind of fish do you want to catch?
I mean, my biggest thing actually, I want to catch catfish. I want to try to catch catfish, but also though, like bass and pike, just because my grandfather caught them a lot. So
Yeah, for pike you might need something more like heavy duty, but like bass, like I have a ultralight rod and like caught plenty of bass on it.
so what is the like ultra duty? Is that like for the like is it gonna bend the rod as the warrior or whatever?
So yeah, like it refers to like how much weight the rod can hold. So like you can still catch big fish with like a lightweight rod, but it's just like you just have to put more finesse into it because like basically you won't be able to just like brute force the fish as much. So you have to like kind of fight it more with your reel. And some people like that, so some people will like catch, like they'll only use like light or ultralight rods just because they want to like have more of a fight with the fish. But
It's stupid, but okay.
But yeah, like I think I think I was telling you about the those ugly stick rods. So those supposedly are pretty good and they're really cheap too. I know Canadian Tire carries them.
Yeah, I was looking to spend like probably like what, like max 100, 150 or whatever on a rod. Is that like a lot or little?
No, that's actually I think for mine like it was about 150 almost exactly for the rod and the reel. Looks like that ugly stick one is about 100, 130 at Canadian Tire, depending which one you get.
There you go. That's not that bad at all. Cool.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Is it actually called an ugly stick? Is that like the actual name?
That's the brand.
Is it like a stupid looking rod or something, or like?
No, it actually looks pretty. Honestly, it looks pretty nice. It's like black and red, but
I love the name. I want to buy it for the name alone. Have you ever tried like hunting?
no, but I do want to get into it. Well, you need to get your hunting license first. But my buddy Kevin, who we went and got our gun license together. He also wants to get into hunting, so he said he'd be down to go again for the hunting course. So we might do that at some point. But yeah, I wanna get into turkey hunting.
Tell me if you do. I've been looking for a reason to try it. Like my always biggest thing has been like killing like animals or whatever, right? Like I never wanted to do it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to hunt. It'd be fun, like out with the buddies or whatever too. So
Yeah, like I'd like to get into like deer and stuff too, but figured like
Yeah, that'd be the
turkey
big
might
one
be
for me.
a good place to start. But
Are you gonna hunt with like what would you hunt with?
well, for turkey you use shotgun, but deer you can either use like slugs, like shotgun slugs, or you can use like like a rifle, like a high power rifle, like a 300 caliber or something.
Okay. I want to try like crossbow hunting. It'd be fun.
Yeah, or you could do that. Or people are even
So why do
into like
you
bow
like?
hunting.
Do you have to use? I don't know what your knowledge on hunting is, so I'm gonna pick it like you do know what you're talking about. But like, do you have to use shotguns to hunt turkey, or like?
I think to get the tags, you have to prove that you have like a appropriate weapon for it. Like I think it's actually like regulation around it here. Um, Let me look it up actually, but I remember seeing something like that.
This seems weird. Like you have to put a massive hole in this turkey if you want to hunt it.
No, you won't use slugs for a turkey. You would use like birdshot or maybe even buckshot. I'm not sure what exactly.
Doesn't like hunting with shotgun, wouldn't that leave a lot like pellets in the animal or whatever when you eat it? Like, is that harder to clean that way? Or?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I never found a gun, so. Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while, especially living up here. Like, there's a lot of hunting that goes on around here. Like, actually, it's probably starting soon, but I literally wake up to bullets or like gunshots every morning right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like once in the fall, and like actually it's the fall. It's almost like a lot of the warmer days in the winter too, and like early spring. There's a lot of gunshots around here. But I also live across like Port Perry, like the island. They call it the island of Port Perry. It's not really an island. It's attached to land, so I don't know. I don't call that an island, but they call it the island of Port Perry. There's a casino on it, but it's all like reserve land or whatever, or travel land or whatever they call it. So there's like Aboriginals or whatever that hunt year round on it. So it's a lot of gunfire here.
Okay. That's good to know. If we do get into it, then maybe a low spot.
Yes. I don't know if it's good hunting.
You
It's
know,
kind of like fishing. There's a lot of fishermen around here, but I have no clue where to like actually fish.
Yeah.
Everyone says that right at the peak, like there's an old boat launch that's closed down at the end of my road, right? That's where I kind of was going to try fishing and probably take you guys if you want to go up here and go fishing. But it's a very public area is the only problem. It's not very private.
It's busy.
It does get very busy, but that's where all the guys tell me like the best fishing in the area is. And like they call it their secret spot. Like a lot of guys come up from Brampton to come up here, and they call it their secret spot. They told me a couple times. So
yeah, any kind of like dock or cover or structure is usually a good spot. So I actually looked up the regulation, and actually a good thing I looked at this because so for turkey it says you can use a shotgun not larger than 10 gauge or smaller than 20 gauge using shot size of 4, 5, 6, or 7. So it's very specific. But I was actually planning to buy a 12 gauge shotgun, so it's good to know that if I did, I can use that for turkey. Or you can use a bow or crossbow for turkey. But you
what do the gauges? What do the gauges stand for on it?
The gauge is how they measure like shotgun calibers. It's like the actual like terminology of it is like some old like medieval shit. It's like how many lead balls of a certain size would you need to have to equal like I don't know a pound of lead or something like that.
That's what 12 is though. So it's like 12 balls basically, or whatever.
Yeah, like basically 12 lead balls. Oh, that would. Therefore, with 12 gauge, you would take 12 balls of lead the same size as the 12 gauge shotgun's inner bore diameter to weigh 1 pound. So.
It's like a weird way to do it.
but 12 gauge are like the most like popular by far. But wait, oh wait, no. So 12 gauge would be fine because it says not larger than 10 gauge. So 10 gauge would be fucking huge. I think.
So it's the size ball. So the more balls that fit in it, the smaller
less.
balls becomes.
Yeah, yeah. So the lower the number, the bigger the shell.
The bigger the shell. Okay.
Yeah.
So like a slug is like a 1, if you were to give it one, or.
No, it's a slug still has a gauge, so you can have a 12 gauge shotgun shell that has like buckshot in it, or you can have a 12 gauge slug. So they both have the same diameter. Just one of them is just a solid chunk of lead, and one of them is like if it's buckshot, I think it's like, I don't know, 12 little lead balls inside of it, or if it's birdshot, it's like a whole bunch.
Okay, so like a 1 gauge, like a cannon, then it's just like it's the size of barrel basically, or whatever, right?
Yeah, I guess if there's a 1 gauge, I don't know if they go higher than like 8 or bigger than 8, but yeah. But yeah, so would you get your like hunting license and gun license and all that, or?
Yeah, I would if I was gonna do it. Like Mike's been talking about it for a while too. Mike and I have actually talked about it a couple times.
You guys should go together.
Yeah, like I've kind of want to try gun range too and everything, but as I say, I've always wanted to try hunting, but at the same time, it's just always been, like I'm not a big fan of killing animals, right? So it's just like.
Same, but actually, like in my opinion, I think it's actually the most ethical way to consume meat. Cause
that's what I think too.
Yeah,
it's like, what kind of bitch am I making somebody else kill my meat for me, right?
Yeah, that, and like the animal is like, they still live their their full life pretty much in like their natural environment, and they live a full natural life, and then it's not like they're like crammed into like these like dirty little the like factory farming type of situation.
That's a fair point. I've thought of it that way. But yeah, they like to live out their entire life at least being free for one point of their life.
Yeah, and it's like that's like kind of the natural way that they if it's like if you were like a predator in their ecosystem, like that's kind of the what they're built for, But then with like factory farming, it's like there's like nothing natural about it. It's just like, so yeah, my dream is actually to get into deer hunting and just use that as like a source of meat, because I remember I had a coworker at one of a job I used to work at, and he was saying how he had he would do deer hunting, and he would like hunt like one deer every year, and he used some kind of service where they would like process the meat for you and like freeze it and store it and everything, and then they would send you shipments of meat throughout the year. And
well, that's cool.
Yeah, so he would basically have like a year's supply of meat just from like one deer per year.
That's nice. Yeah, I know a couple, like my neighbor behind me, like everyone basically hunts around me because I live in fucking Redneckville, but the guy behind me though, he hunts in the regular. He's actually given me a couple of his like cuts and everything before, but
that's cool.
He has a butcher, like he has this apparently a guy up the road that just like cuts it for him, like actually like does all for him, like preps those, like makes them into sausages or whatever he asks them to do with it, and then gets like pepperettes made out of goose and everything. And he does it all for him, but I've never heard of that storing it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if I ever get into it, I'll have to look up what that was, because it sounds very convenient. But I'm sure it's
especially
quite
like city
expensive
life.
too. But
yeah, that's a good point. It probably is.
yeah, because I've always had like kind of a ethical concern as well with eating meat, just because of like how it's like, how the animals are like, treated
yeah.
and raised and all that. So, but then like I'm not enough to actually give up eating meat.
Not, like I care, but there's a limit.
Yeah, but yeah. So I feel like that would be the way that I would feel better about it.
I think it would be, as long as I didn't. I would never hunt for like the sport of it. That's the biggest thing for me. But like kill, not eat it or whatever. I feel too guilty doing that. But I could hunt and just like if I could actually enjoy it. I don't want to clean it myself though either, so I'm still a bit of a hypocrite there. But I don't want to get these hands dirty. They ain't made for doing that.
Yeah. So never purposefully killed a fish that I've caught. I do die by accident every now and then. Or actually, I did purposefully kill one at the cottage we went to because Anne put a hook through the side of it, so I put it out of its misery. But
That's fair. Anne's the murderer there.
yeah.
Bro, I always do it, man. She's got that look to her, right? That's a born killer right there.
Yeah, I can't be too careful around her.
No, my mom actually, my dad always tells me a story, but they went to Barbados for their honeymoon, and they went fishing while they were there, and they were catching like some big like swordfish and shit, right? Like sport fish.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what it was, but she caught a fish, and my dad tells the story all the time. She drowned it. She drowned a
What?
fish somehow. Yeah,
Oh, like,
everybody on board.
was it in a bucket or something, or?
It was no, it was on the line, and she reeled it up, and it was perfectly like a regular caught whatever fish and everything. But by the time she got to the boat, it had drowned. That's what the person on the boat, because they were like on a boat or whatever, fishing with a bunch of like tourists or whatever, right? And yeah, by the time they got on, the boat guy's like, "I've never seen it before. You drowned this fish."
Do you mean it bled out?
But no, he said drowned, and that's where my dad always tells the story. There was no bleeding, so I have no clue.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe it was a bit of a
Maloney
joke
piece,
for
but
the.
yeah. Okay.
That was the guy on the boat said, "You must have drowned this fish," because it was. I mean,
I see.
apparently, the way my dad says it is that it was hooked to his mouth and it looked all fine, but for some reason it's dead when they got it there. So the guy said it must have drowned. It
Might
probably
have gone
died
through
for
the
some stupid
gills
reason.
or something, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, I wasn't there. I wasn't even born yet, but it was like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, or whatever. Actually, it's probably 40 years ago when they did that. But yeah, just that's why I giggle every time someone says they had to kill a fish or they kill a fish while fishing. It's like apparently
But
my
have
mom
you ever
drowned a fish.
drowned one though? Yeah, because I know they will suffocate if you put them in a bucket, because like there's only so much oxygen in that little
never
bit
thought
of
of
water.
that. I mean, I'm pretty quick. I'm as quick as I can be getting the hook out and putting it back in the water, but I drop them a lot. That's my problem. They're so slippery.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, you said you want to catch catfish. Those are. Have you ever held one?
It's been a long time. I caught a little baby, like 6 inches or whatever, when I was a kid. But that was like when I was 10. So
They're
last time I caught
so
one.
like slimy and smooth and gross and soft. Like I don't know. I've never had any problem with like holding any other fish, but for some reason the catfish always just gross me out with how smooth and slimy they are.
I want to catch one just because they're a big fish that's pretty easy to get because they're kind of everywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I kind of want to catch one. Like, it's not like, I guess, I would more so like to catch like pike and bass. Like, they're more fun to me. But still, having catfish just being the big fish or whatever, I want to catch it for that reason.
Yeah.
But that's just like a size thing. And plus, like, my lake's a really weedy lake, so I think there's probably a lot of catfish in here. Pretty, like, it doesn't. It's big enough that there's like some waves and everything, but there's like a lot of like weedy, like really still areas, and I feel like catfish thrive there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was actually shocked because by Anne's parents' place, there's like this little park with this tiny little pond, like barely bigger than like a puddle, and it's supposedly it's fucking full of catfish. So like Anne's dad was sending us a video because he was throwing bread in the water and like feeding them, and there's like swarms of them in there. So then we drove over one day and caught a few of them. But I'm like, wow, even this tiny little, like barely even a pond, there's a fucking swarm of catfish that are surviving here somehow.
It's funny because in Stouffville there was a little pond right behind my house, and like you're saying, basically just a big puddle. Like that's all it was. Like I think it was just part of the draining system, or whatever, right? But like Stouffville put a little path around it, I guess. But after they made it, it was just part of like their natural way they do the drains there. But yeah, it's like storm drains and stuff. But in it, I guess somebody had released goldfish at one point. So this small little tiny puddle had these massive goldfish all over it. They survived the winter, so it was crazy. They weren't like koi size, like not massive like that, but like they were regular goldfish. Like got to like some were like almost 6 inches probably. Like, they're huge.
Yeah, those things are really stubborn to carp, because
is a goldfish a carp?
Yeah, they're actually an invasive species in North America. In a lot of places they tell you to, if you catch them, to just kill them actually, because they can be destructive to like the local ecosystems.
Ah, harsh. Gets his poor goldfish mind his own business. Catch him, kill him, throw him back.
Yeah, but it's like what you said. Like they have like people just release them in different places, and then they end up.
No,
just,
I get it. Makes sense, I guess. But
taking
it's
over
just
the.
like...
Yeah, this Saturday, Anne's dad actually wants to go to Port Hope, apparently. Try fishing there, so we're gonna try that.
I know Port Hope. Give me a second, I'm gonna Google it. I figure I
don't
know
either.
that.
I've never heard of it.
I've definitely heard of it. I've been there before. Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, that's why I've been there. Okay.
Is it around where you are?
No, it's north of Oshawa. Past Bowmanville and stuff. I think we went there one time, just like as a visit the beach or something. Can't remember why, but I've for some reason family has brought me to that place before. I just can't remember what it was, so that's why I knew it. But yeah, it's actually, I feel like it's a pretty nice area because it's well past Oshawa and like Bowmanville and stuff. Catherine's parents, Mike's wife, Catherine, her parents are from I think it's Bowmanville. Like that's where they currently live, I believe. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You actually passed right by Mike's on that way, so pick him up. You guys can go fishing soon with his wife for a weekend.
Yeah, I think he works Saturdays though, right?
Yeah, no, fair.
Yeah, I felt bad. Didn't get anything when he came out with us that other time.
Honestly, he just enjoys the act of it. Him and I, we were fishing for so long before we caught something. That's why we were so happy when he caught something. I just found it hilarious that he happened to catch the anchor as we were bringing it up too. Like we failed all day.
Right.
We finally catch this small little fish and we bring up the anchor with it. We're trying to unhook the anchor from it.
Oh, that's so fun. Like
it was so
it probably
stupid.
wrapped itself around it or something.
Yeah, I have no clue how I caught it. I never caught anything that day. That's why I really want my fishing rod, just so I can send Michael a picture of like a 6-foot like catfish or something.
Right.
Some massive fish. Yeah, I couldn't believe he caught. So the second fish he caught was the really funny one because, like the first fish, whatever, we're both fishing. Finally, we catch something. It's great. The second fish was when we'd already been fishing for quite a while. We're just about to call it a night. I had just reeled underneath this bridge where I knew there was going to be fish. I don't know, it was a really shallow area, but I felt like it was a really quiet area. So it was underneath like a road bridge, right? So it's like, oh, that's where they're going to, the fish are going to lurk. So I tried to throw over there, but I caught the tree as I went to cast. Oh. And it took us like 10 minutes to get the fishing rod out of the tree. And then Mike threw over there one time, happened to hit his shot, and immediately as it landed, I swear to God, like literally as the hook touched the water, he caught this little, what was it, cap? I can't remember what it was. So it was a little bass. but he caught this little bass and immediately as the hook landed, I'm like, yeah, there you go, that fits. So I didn't catch anything that day, so I really want to try fishing again just to catch something.
Yeah, I believe in you. You should definitely, if you can make it, you should definitely try and come up to Algonquin with us in the spring.
In the spring, maybe.
Our goal is to get
Fall,
some
winter,
trout.
probably not. The spring, yeah, I've got some more free time. I'd definitely try. I've always wanted to go to Algonquin too, so haven't been yet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Even if, like, aside from the fishing, like, if you're into, especially if you're into canoeing, it's like maybe one of the best places, like, in the world to canoe. They even have they have a bunch of like outfitters that will deliver canoe to your campsite and then let you like use it, and then you like drop it back off on the bank when you're done, and then they'll come over and pick it up at the end of the day.
Probably nice because I would want to haul my canoe up there.
Yeah, so, and then a lot of people do like portages too, so you can get like remote campsites on like an island or something, or like just out in like the back country, and like just portage over to it.
I had portaging once and I loved it. I really did. So.
Where'd you do that?
I want to say it was Killbear National Park. I think. Or Provincial Park.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it was Killbear, but it was yeah, it was quite. I don't know 100% sure whether it was Killbear or not. I was young, but it's this particular park was really cool because there was a lot of Canadian Shield around it, so we had a lot of like really deep random lakes that we were able to like, you know, you get off your canoe, like you canoe across a small little lake, you get off your canoe, you hike for like 5-10 minutes most, and then jump back into the canoe again. So it was like quick. And we got really like deep out there into the woods and everything. It was like really deep out in the woods and like the water. And I think we went for like 6 or 7 hours. We ended up like near an old train track and everything. I found a cool snake there. It was, yeah, pretty fun day. I quite liked it.
Does that sound cool? Yeah, I definitely want to try that sometime. Cause we just did like the. We got a pretty bad campsite. Honestly, when we just went there, I did not do my research.
That's so weird because I feel like you research everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just like booked it kind of spur of the moment, and I just like booked wherever. Because I had been there once before, but my friend like set everything up, and like that time it was like amazing. It was like such a like isolated like campsite. Is like it literally just felt like you're in the middle of the woods, like on your own. Like there's no, like we didn't see or hear anyone the entire time there. Like there's just saw a ton of moose and like all sorts of like foxes and stuff. And then
that's good. I want to go. I want to see all the wildlife. Foxes, the moose and the wolves would be cool.
Yeah, and then yeah, it was just like perfect. But then this time I inadvertently apparently booked a spot in the RV campground. So everyone there has like these massive RVs and their big family and stuff, and then it's just the two of us with our tiny little tent. And it's just like really crowded and like it's just.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Algonquin had RV because I've always like I guess my aunt goes there a lot, and she's talked about it being like she's always talked about how quiet it is, and I guess like all the stuff you were describing the first time is like she's portaged there and everything, and she talks about like how like secluded they are, and like she does like the special meals and everything because there's no chance you can get any more food or whatever. Like she gets like way out there in Algonquin. So that's what I always thought it was. I didn't know there was any like camper type of camping there.
Yeah, it's like yeah. I didn't even really like think about it, but yeah, it's they have like a lot of different campsites, and I guess like some of them are like more remote than others. But yeah, I was doing a lot more research since we got back, and I think I should be able to get a better one for next year. And also, I realized the time of year was not ideal because it's just way too hot when we were there, and like it wasn't great for fishing, and it also just was like.
I was thinking, had a miserable
like,
time.
Like all things considered, even though I was like sleep deprived, my head was killing me, like I was like overheating like crazy, but like I still like I don't know, you still enjoy it in a way. Like something about the struggle is like enjoyable at the same time, but
we all like it a little rough, eh?
I guess so.
No, I can understand that. Like, I've had some miserable times, because I used to camp all the time when I was a kid. So, and we only did tent camping, like we didn't do anything else. Yeah, no, there's times where like one of the times my brother nearly cut his thumb off, but we still ended up having a good time. So, so yeah, we've got. I understand what you mean. Like, you just always end up enjoying yourself.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know why I'm laughing, but I had a coworker so I used to work at Cineplex when I was in school, and one of my managers that worked there, she apparently died on a camping trip with her family because she
Your coworkers?
Yeah, and I worked with her on her last shift there too, close together, and then like a few days later they sent an email. It's like, oh, sadly, so and so has passed away, and etc. And
That's
I was like, holy shit! But apparently she went camping with her family, and she like choked on a chicken bone, and none of them knew how to do like a Heimlich maneuver or anything like that. So she just like died. I was like, damn,
that's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was like, everyone was just like, holy shit. Because she was like young too, she was like in her 20s.
Can you imagine being that family? Like, you're there, you just don't, you just ask because you don't know how to like resuscitate or like do like basic CR or whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't end up going to the funeral, but a lot of the other people that work there went there, and they said like, yeah, the family was just like devastated. Understandably, of course. But...
That's why I feel safe with Ahmad. He learned CPR.
Yeah, I actually
I've
been planning to do a first aid course at some point because I do not know like.
Yeah, I know. It's like stories like that, and I've heard them like before. I've had a couple of moments like that, and especially even like after Ahmad, right? You heard about when he like saved those guys in the park, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of want to learn it just because I don't want to be that guy that's like, wow, I could have done something there, right? Kind of person.
Yeah, I feel like it's just like something probably everyone should know. But yeah, I was looking at courses and stuff, but there's so many different types because it's like there's like a billion different types of certifications you can do for like different types of like first aid. So I'm like not totally sure which one I should do, but yeah, just like learning some of the basic stuff like CPR, first like Heimlich, bandage, gauze, all that stuff.
I know dog CPR, or at least I learned it once. I don't actually remember it, but and like how to bandage up a dog, and like because I used to work at dog daycare and we were forced to take this course. Got certified and everything. I had the plaque for the longest time. Don't ask me anything about it now. I have no fucking clue. But the funniest part was she says like, "Don't worry, nobody fails this," and I almost failed. I got like just past the passing grade.
Yeah, they did teach us actually CPR in high school. I remember, but I just remember like not like I didn't pay attention to fucking anything in high school, so I definitely did not like retain any of that information.
Oh, that's exactly it too. It's like I've learned CPR. I forget why, but I actually learned like at least like I'll say I did like a full class or whatever, right? But they did like fuck, was it in school? I can't remember. At some point in my life, someone taught me CPR, but I don't remember it at all. I'm like, I don't need this shit. We have ambulance drivers, man. I don't need to do their job for them. They need to work.
You know, Richard used to be an ambulance driver.
Really?
Yeah, he worked for some private ambulance company, and yeah, some of the stories that he told us about that was kind of wild.
I had no clue. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I know he works like right now in like a TSA type thing, right?
CBSA.
Yeah, yeah. I call him Canadian FBI, so that's the way Mike told me the first time about it. So that's forever what I will call.